What up, Vegas?
What up, Boston,
Yeah.
Mass?
What up, Amsterdam?
We ain't playing in the Spotify.
Yeah. Look. Immaculately crafted in these halls, hieroglyphs. Born and translated, the vocabulary's obvious. Throw your arms later when the beats is the catalyst. Mind the word labor, retrace back to Avalis. Got the old hater buying back in my establishment. Lit the torch, May 21st, 2020. Bagging up your purse, cause I hearse with a chariot. No dirt for my Harriet, it hurts so I tally it. Finite things off the cross when I carry it. Primo suits in the booth, then I marry it. Kilos coupe for a keynote activist. Trolls in the feeds, hide them, you test the accurate. You weak off the words, I take them to inhabitants. The front line with me, red dots on contaminants. Quotables over punchlines, call the ambulance. Atmosphere bright, next shit off the ambulance.
Hands and wrists stay lit with the amethyst. Dripping ambiance from the sconces with the candles lit. Cancer riffs real quick like a hammer click. My mans in them come dump a couple cans upon your canvases. Box cutters coming out, we do the candlestick. Been winning competition since before the Drake heritage. My fame is leverage, obtain all the extras. One expert still remains, all except for the vain expletives. Spit flames or you drain your main beverage. Skill level obtained and train your brain for hemorrhage. Just my average is so far from your maximum. Subtract them, even my math skills can't even fathom them. Difference between us is steep as elite geniuses. Trying to teach some cavemen to read what my recent thesis is. All of my drip, you should feed it through intravenous's. And watch these hip-hoppers come back to life with no weaknesses, bro.
You know that rock. That right there, produced by my man Las Vegas. He's from Amsterdam. Bang with the beats. What up, Amsterdam? Yeah, come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that joint stays busy.
I like this ending.
Right?
The hands and wrists stay lit with the amethyst. Dripping ambiance from the sconces with the candles lit. What?
The candle's lit, man. It's the final five. Wait till I hear that baggage joint, that baggage claim joint. When we get that sewn up and all the other joints that we about to sew up.
They don't have to wait, man. They don't. I keep broadcasting rough drafts all night, man.
Absolutely, there ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what happens on the Wednesday before Thanksgiving. You never know what you're gonna hear.
It does.
How you feeling, J. Cruz?
I'm feeling amazing, man. I made a couple bucks today and a couple more.
Okay.
And I got to write some rhymes, and I got to actually. One thing I didn't even mention to you.
What's that?
Is I was speaking to my cousin who's been heavily involved with ideas for what I should be doing with the music and everything.
Someone's gonna tell you what you should be doing with the music. I gotta meet this person, who this very wise
but see,
person
and that's the thing. When it's blood, it's like, okay, because I semi-trained him. So his ear is trained by me in essence, but he was ventured off and found his own ear.
Okay.
But he can write, he can do all that, and he's crazy with the art. He's the one that did my logo.
All right.
Shout out Team Morrow. But he's like, yo, you should just make projects instead of releasing all these one song a day type of thing that I was doing.
Yeah.
So now I went back to the 2017 vault, and I've got 15 records that are going to be released in a project all from 2017.
Oh, that's dope. Okay, that's official. That's real official. That's almost as official as well. It probably is more official, but let me see if it's official. Give him a little sample here.
Put it up.
Give him a little sample.
I'll be passing by the iPhone.
Wait, they're not ready for that. They're not ready for that. Wait. maybe they do need a little bit of the baggage claim. Want to give them a little bit?
I think we should give them just a smidgen.
We'll go up to maybe a couple of my bars and a couple of your bars, or maybe we skip around. I don't know how you want to do it, but
I like your train of thought, bro.
All right, let's try it.
Yo, baggage claiming, I'm right here though.
I'm right here too, baby.
Yo, by the time you hear the record, I'll be passing by the Eiffel. Jesus on the necklace, crews going for the title. Demons off the metrics, scaling with your idol. Always with a message, masterpieces in my Bible. United for the leverage, be eternal, real survival. I provided off the premise, let you see and start to follow. Yeah, and I've glided through my senses, so the census is bravado. Grinding through the inches, saving minutes for tomorrow.
Wait a minute, what did you say? Grinding for the minutes, grinding for the inches, saving minutes for tomorrow. Yeah, you know, I was thinking this is the one that I actually sent you with my dry vocal. So I think my vocal is gonna come in all dry. But I gotta tell you, man, you on the engineer tip, you got those vocals of yours sounding real crispy, real crispy.
You know,
I like the settings. You send them to me like kind of done, and I send them to you kind of dry. You know what I'm saying? And then we figure out how to do them. So for letting people know how they say how the sausage is made.
Bro, it's about mastering your hardware. And like, I had some training with Pro Tools actually in a school environment. I went to Connecticut School of Broadcasting.
I had some training with Pro Tools as well.
Yeah.
I had to do it.
Yeah. That's Pro Tools is the bomb, right? But Logic Pro is what
potential sponsor.
Funny, Logic Pro.
Yeah, right.
Pro just can't escape the equation. Logic Pro 10.
Yeah.
I just learned how to master it. I was talking to my man Lenny, aka Mankind. Shout out to you. He's like, yo, you do this trick where you make stereo out of your waves. So it was doubling and busting reverbs and all that. But yeah, man, once you get the template, that's the hard part.
Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna get the template.
Knowing your thing, you know what I mean? Big shout out to Robbie Rowland. I sent him a track today to engineer up. I think he might come through in a little while. I wanted to make sure he gets to weigh in, man, because I know a little later we're gonna talk a little Celtics. I mean, for people that don't know, I mean, we're just talking. We always just have a conversation among ourselves when we get up in here. But you're checking out Pro Quo. We usually run on Fridays. We are gonna run this Friday, Holiday Friday. So we figure we come up on Wednesday, kind of like the pre-holiday. We're pre-gaming right now. And we definitely want to talk about some Celtics. We definitely want to talk about some hip hop. Kind of like the same idea of what we usually do, but just sort of in a bridged fashion. Kind of, we figured a few folks that we want to have come by will come through and join us tonight.
Yeah, we having our Thanksgiving bash. Man.
Yeah, you got a couple people coming up, right?
Yeah, I got a couple people coming up. I know we got my man Genesis 7, aka Reg, and his beats. I've known this man for a long time. We go back about 15 years.
Nice.
And very talented man, very good man.
I know I heard one of those beats. I believe I got one of those in the shoot in here too.
Yeah, bro. Yeah. You definitely got one of them up in there.
Yeah, man. Crazy.
But hold up, you gotta bring it. We said we're gonna do some show them what you done.
Let's get back into that beat and I'll fast forward somewhere. All right. But I can listen to it 10 times. It's a rare day, man. It honestly is. This is no gas. It's a rare day when I want to rewind somebody's track multiple times that I've actually heard many times. I can keep rewinding your track on here, man. This is crazy.
I love it, man. Lyrics every chapter for the novel. Peaks and valleys.
When I'm visiting, unexplored like vinyl side and taste.
Wide open,
look. By the time you hear this record, checking in the Turks and Caicos, Wheel of Fortune winning, kind of spinning pesos.
Yeah. So this is the one. No, I saved the real one. And then I was like, I want to send you the dry vocal. So this is the one that I resaved with the dry vocal. We're really giving them the behind the scenes right here. This is really
they get a sneak peek, man.
Yeah. And you can actually on the screen, you can see what I'm gonna say there. I got my lyrics posted. So it's funny because we my wife and I and my son, we did trip to Turks and Caicos. We were on Wheel of Fortune. We won we were on Wheel of Fortune, which is crazy. You can now check it if you check it out. My wife got us onto that really. And I just didn't mess it up, I suppose, because I could have, because we did the couples thing. Luckily, we got on that, and they were like, my wife had sang in the auditions, and there was a rap. I mean, they had the audition right out in DC, right about when we moved here, and at UDC, the school I teach at, in the auditorium, and I'd only been in that auditorium like once, and I got an email. And my wife, she's real dope on the game shows. We were watching some Prices Right today, as a matter of fact. She knows every, the ins and outs of all that stuff. And I'm not really that that proficient, you know. But I've played Wheel of Fortune, you know, did the Jeopardy thing. R.I.P. to Trebek there, but they actually shoot those in the same place. So long story short, my wife goes on, she goes to the audition, and it's random, dog. It's random. Like you just go up there and they just call people to the stage based on like names out of the hat kind of thing, you know, of people who came through. And I was figuring it wasn't like that. I was figuring they're scoping people out, but she's like, no, it's real random. And so she hits me on the text after I got her to go to it. I was like, I got the email, send it to her. I'm like, look, they're doing actual Wheel of Fortune. They're coming through. This isn't like the bootleg one, because we did a bootleg Price is Right before we went to one of those. You know, they do like the traveling Price is Right kind of show with the
You getting that fooey for time.
Yeah, absolutely. Fugazi, prices. But they were doing Price is Right, like traveling. I think it was in like Revere or something we went to. I got a tickets for that. It was the closest we could get to going out to the West Coast to see it. But when I heard this was coming and it was being shot like a couple months after I worked here in my school, I was like, yo, this is a sign. We got to do this. So I sent her the email. She's like, all right, I'll do it. She went over with her cousin, you know, someone to keep her company. I stayed home with the little man. And I was like, this is your thing. You got to go do that, right? So she's sitting through it for like a couple hours, and they take people up to the stage in like small groups. And they basically audition you. If you're lucky enough to get up there, they're still auditioning you among the, you know, group of people they take up. And they might tell like one out of every couple groups or something, hey, we might call you back for the second callback kind of thing. So there's, you know, like hundreds of people in that thing. And you ain't, you know, you're looking at the probability you even getting picked. And when you figure out it's a probability thing, I'm like, she's not going to get on. And,
chances are looking slim.
Yeah. And I'm like, if they saw her or they heard her sing, I mean, it's a rap, you know, and her personality is crazy. So it's like, she's definitely going to get on if they like see her. But it was random. And she hits me on the text and she's like, you know what? She's like, I think I'm just going to come back. Like, what do you think? Like, it's getting kind of late. And I was like, yo, you might as well stay, you know? So her friend had bounced. She was there for the end. And sure enough, she was the second to last grouping of people that got called up to the stage. And once she get up there, they asked her what she does. You know, they always ask you like, oh, what do you do? Whatever. And she's like, oh, and I'm a singer. And they were like, wait, what? And they were like, and I'm like, oh, this is a rap. I know where this is going. She's like, then they said, okay, can you sing us, you know, a few bars? And my wife is like classically trained Berkeley singer. You know, she went to, you know, she has a degree in music and she sang, you know, around the world, whatever. So, she's been on like Eurovision, all this crazy stuff, right? So she's the real deal. So then she's like, boom. And I was like, oh my God, you're going to get the call back. And it takes months. And then she did get the call back. And sure enough, she was on it. And then they were like, yo, is your husband like maybe worthy of coming through? Because we are doing this couples thing, is, you know, kind of like, you know, basically almost asking like, you know, don't bring him if he's going to lose it for you kind of thing. So I was kind of nervous because I was like, is this a help or a hurt, you know? And then when you hear, you know, a rapper, husband, professor kind of thing, that's interesting too, you know. But I was just trying to not screw it up because, you know, there's a difference between looking
smart. I mean, but I know those people that's another level of like being able to capture and retain information.
Yeah, dog. Yeah. So anyways, the opening line right there is what we won. We won a trip to Turks and Caicos plus some cash. And that's why I say Wheel of Fortune winners. You know, by the time you hear the record checking in Turks and Caicos, Wheel of Fortune winners, Punta Cana, which we went to for like our wedding anniversary and stuff. Punta Cana spending pesos, you know. Anyways, that's the behind this. You always get
see how deep you think it's so surface, but there's levels to these bars, yo.
What do I say here? Like vinyl signs, singles, like vinyl siding aligned in my home office. Well, that looks kind of reality right about this. Yeah, but I wasn't even talking about this office. This is the secondary office. That's the school office actually, rude. I knew this was coming and I was like, yo, it's gotta look like
that school office is off the chain, man.
Yeah, man. Shout out to you. Really, shout out to everybody teaching. It's crazy right now. You got kids and you're doing the homeschool thing. Everybody's a teacher right now. So you know,
it's so true. Parents and teachers every day.
Everybody's a teacher. I was like blessed with today because my son didn't have school. We actually did. We had like a full like kind of university day, you know. And it's, you never want to be that faculty member who's making the students, you know, have the class on Wednesday, especially when it's online, you know. But I observed faculty too, so I was observing a faculty member this morning, and I was like, oh, this is gonna be tough. You know, he's teaching a math class, and I'm like in there reviewing his math class or whatever. He's doing a great job, and he's a 9:30 class, right? And he's got doing like an algebra class or whatever on the day before Thanksgiving. You know, these kids are like, oh God, we gotta go.
Send me home, guys.
Yeah, I mean, at least it ain't a travel this time, you know, like normal years. You know, most people are just chilling, but it was. I felt bad for dude, and he was, the students were hanging in there. I was like, yo, they're better than me, because if I had a class in the morning, it would have been like, I don't think so, not today. But no, yeah. I you know, you try not to lose precious days with the students. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, shout out to all the parents at home who've now been thrust into these educator roles, because it's no joke. And I can tell you, as somebody experienced from teaching, you know, teaching in these formats and like, you know, this online, it is not easy, man. It's not easy for professional educators who know what they're doing to try to keep the attention of students. And a lot of them, you know, different policies, different schools, they can do this. You know, there's absolutely nothing that stops the student from doing this. Hey, and you're looking at a box that says, you know, Professor Lyrical or whatever, or maybe not even a picture, you know. So you can have 18 of these boxes up there right now and just be names up there, and certain faculty.
Everybody's sleeping.
You know, getting a sandwich. And you know how you tell, right? What I always do, I throw them in the breakout rooms just out of the blue. I'm like, you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna do a breakout room right now. See how everybody can handle this. And I'm like, bang. And so I throw them in a breakout room. There's like 5 breakout rooms, 20 people, you know what I'm saying? Break them up, there's like 4 each. And whoever doesn't leave, you know, they're out getting the bologna sandwich. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so
exactly.
I'm like, Jay, we see you. You're not paying attention. You know what I mean? So I mean, it's not K through 12. It is higher ed. So you can only do so much, you know, as grown men and women. A lot of them are not even, you know, we think in our head, you know, when you say students, sometimes you catch yourself saying kids. And it's like, yeah, a lot of these people are like,
people doing.
Yeah, they're older than, you know, your parents and stuff like that, you know? So notice I said your parents. But you got the young parents, man.
I got the young parents, man. 20 years old apiece. And then their parents are 20 years old apiece, you know what I'm saying?
Wow, yeah. So your grandparents are like my age. You know what I'm saying?
I knew my great grandparents, both sets.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, I know. Tell me about it. Because, you know, I mean, I had my kid late compared to, you know, to most people. I mean, you had yours later. My stepfather, my youngest brother, his dad was older too, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's better. I think it's just, there's a little bit more when you have a kid. When you're older, you have more like
a clue.
Yeah, exactly.
You're more of a clue.
Raise on your beard. You got a kid. That's a good thing. Not when you're just 20 years old, don't even know what the hell's going on in the world.
Yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, you ain't telling me nothing. You know what I'm
saying?
To that. Yeah, absolutely. You get a Diet Coke to that. Yo, and we might as well let some people know what we up to here.
Yeah.
Bang, boom. Uh-oh. Is it gonna be Pro Quo? Is it gonna be the Pro Quo show? I don't know.
The Pro Quo show.
I'm looking at that guy's eyes.
And people are like, yo, what's up with the crew? So it's Quo, aka Quo, aka Quo Kane, aka J Cruz, the real MC me. That's why Cruz came to be. Because it really means something to me. But and then we got my man Professor Lyrical, Pro, Lord Plord, aka Beast Mode at all times with the lyrics.
It's like 20 AKAs in there, man. Yeah.
There's more. There's Yoda up in there. We know that.
Absolutely, man. If I'll take it, man.
That last episode was dope, huh?
Oh my God. Yeah. You want to get into that, man? We can get into that, but we don't want to stretch them too long. We gotta get some of your people up here, man.
Yeah, let's get the people in.
I just want to let people know you're checking out Pro Quo. We always, you know, we're talking, you know, hip hop, we're talking sports, life, little politics here and there, little life hacks here and there, entertainment, man. We're just trying to, you know, entertain ourselves, entertain the people. But I think before we get anybody up here, you know, because we don't want to have anybody up here being official when it's not brought to you, but it could be by Genesis of Annapolis. Yeah, man. Yeah.
Baby.
Looking at those Genesis. And speaking of Genesis 7.0, you know, I'm checking out the Genesis 7.0. I know we got Genesis coming up in the place. And it also could be sponsored by Kangol, but it's not. You know, it could be sponsored by Kangol, but it's not. And, you know,
let me tell you something. The dope Visa card to have.
Oh, yeah?
It's your Chime.
Okay.
The Chime is nice.
All right. So you
no fees could advance you $100 if you need it during these hard times.
Is that particular one right there? Is that a maxed version, or is that a very high headroom of credit left we got for the holiday season? How are we looking for the holidays?
This is it's your own money.
Oh, all right. Cool.
So that's what's cool about it. It's your own money, so you're not worrying about credit. It doesn't really affect that, but it's like for people that don't enjoy the bank fees and all that.
Yeah.
It's a good card to have, even if you have a bank. It's a good extra one to have. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
So shout out to Chime because you make it nice.
A shout out to these people right here, man.
Mm-hmm.
Can't go in the building, man. Can't go
Mitchell
wrong.
and Ness, because we got the Boston on the hat with the Mitchell and Ness. Boston. We're gonna be talking about Boston later.
I was the first time I can admit to actually knowing that name was actually in Marshalls, man. I was in Marshalls once and I seen these fly hats and I was like, yo, it was probably like 8 years ago. And I was like, yo, I wasn't even hip to that brand. And I was like, yo, Marshalls, Marshalls can do in a brand, because once Marshalls gets it, it kind of loses its, its pizzazz. You know what I'm saying? But I'm a Marshalls regular. And in fact, Marshalls should be up here. I mean, if I'm going to put Kango up here, a lot of my Kangos have come through Marshalls or Burlington Coat Factory or some other off-price place because, not everybody's got a Parrot Hatter like we had in downtown Lowell, which was crazy. You'd pay like, $50 for a Kango. But now, Marshalls is doing it big. But yeah, so shout out to the unofficial sponsors. Remember, you're not official right now.
But you could be.
Yeah.
You could be.
And on the real, I want to shout out though Genesis Annapolis. They're real dope. I was up there checking out cars and they, it's like I said last week, we were talking about some people in the service industry, man, especially in the car industry. It's hard to find good people. And one of the people who was helping me out, right? Her name was Charlie. I thought it was a he, but it turned out to be a she. She actually performs as well. And on the tag of one of I use my Professor Lyrical email all the time. And on the bottom, I usually try to delete it before like it goes out to people I don't know. And so the first like 5 or 6 times I had deleted it because I know it's kind of weird seeing all these like, hip hop things on there when someone's coming looking for cars or whatever. And on the last one, I realized it wasn't through. And I was like, oh, they probably checked what I do. And sure enough, I was like, oh yeah, and by the way, like, I MC a rap and all this stuff, and those are some of my songs and stuff because I have like links. And Charlie, who was a she's like, oh, by the way, I'm a musician too. Check out my SoundCloud. The stuff was dope. She wrote a song with this dude who was rapping on it.
That's dope.
Yeah, that's so dope. Small world, man. So shout out to them. I didn't purchase anything, but
Genesis,
you know what I mean.
And I'll tell you, man, Genesis 7, my man Genesis 7 Productions.
Yeah, he's in the building.
He isn't. Get him in the building. Get my man Reg in the building. I think
he's in the building. Let's bring him on in.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yo, Reg.
He's kind of in the building. I don't know if he knows he's in the building. We might need to put him on mute. Oh, there he is.
Hey.
I was almost ready to be out, man. I was like, are they coming?
It's kind of like this.
I know 10 minutes turns to 20 minutes sometimes, Eek. Yeah. My man. So I was talking to you earlier to Pro, and it's great to have you on this little show we doing, Pro Quo Show. And for those of you that don't know, my man Genesis 7 Productions makes the most incredible, dope vibe beats. I mean, signature too, and I've known you for how long now, Reg? 15 years, 20 years? I mean, shit.
Yeah, it's probably like 10, 15 years, something like that.
Yeah. We go back. Yeah. But yeah, tell Pro a little bit about yourself.
Yeah, please do.
Okay. So I am a hip hop lover extraordinaire, but definitely boom bap. I don't hate on other people, but I can't get into the trap and all that kind of stuff. So I'm just the real school boom bap. Jay Dilla, DJ Premier, Ninth Wonder, that kind of style.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So you can put a little modern twist on it, but that's kind of the roots of kind of what I grew up on. And so been making those kind of beats for a while, got several projects out, that are streaming and all that kind of stuff. And then do a lot of stuff behind the scenes too. So I got projects where my stuff is in like movies, and a couple going to commercial. A couple people have like spoken word projects and stuff like that. So I do a lot of work for hire as well. So that's kind of pretty much me. And got a stressful 9 to 5. So I have to jam in on the weekends for the most part, but that's how I kind of work. So
we're very open with our 9 to 5s here. Yeah, we're always talking about our 9 to 5s, man. So 9 to 5s are always welcome.
Red Pro is he's a professor at UDC. Yeah, mathematician.
Very cool, man. I'm a supply chain executive, so I actually, work in the supply chain for McCormick, which is a very famous brand, spices and herbs and all that kind of stuff. And so I'm responsible for multiple plants across U.S., Mexico, El Salvador.
And you said that's a boring job?
No, I said it's a stressful job.
Oh, stressful. Oh, okay. All right. I was like, okay, I had it twisted. I got you. Stressful. All right. Doesn't sound boring at all.
Yeah, no, it's not boring.
Yeah,
it's never a boring day. So you're right. Yeah,
keeps you on your toes. So what's your typical day look like? Up until when you're making beats, what's it look like? What do you got to be doing during that day for that kind of job?
So a lot of meetings. We meet a lot with our folks who are, at my level in the headquarters. So we'll have team meetings, but then I have times where I'm meeting with the plant managers who report to me, or I'm spending time with support people who are helping me out. So I have folks that are, helping out, like
not helping you out if it's stressful. It sounds like, right?
So somebody in planning or procurement or safety or quality or HR or whatever. So I'm working with those kind of folks as well to get things done. So a lot of meetings all day long, and then when we can travel, when there's not COVID, then I'm actually on the road a couple of times a month, because I try to make sure I go to each plant about 3 or 4 times a year. And so I got about 7 of them. So I got to rotate my way through all the plants too. So
how's COVID impacted that for you? Like, is it the flights or?
Big time. So we don't do any travel unless you get like a president approval. The only time I've traveled now is, I've had a couple of trips where I went on the company jet, and that way we could keep it to, a few people, keep everybody safe. We didn't have to stay overnight in a hotel or anything. You can get right back on the plane and come back home. So right now I do a lot of stuff virtual, which is tough because you can't go, like, especially a lot of the places I have plants. I'm responsible for ones in Dallas and Los Angeles and El Salvador, Mexico. Those people like to hug you and, give you a kiss on the cheek and a pound and all that kind of stuff.
Where you out of right now though? Where you live?
So right now I live outside of Baltimore right now. So.
Yeah. My bad.
Grew up outside of Chicago, but outside of Baltimore now.
Gotcha. Yeah, I was in Maryland the other day, checking out that Genesis. Right. So I was like, you know what, this ride over here from I'm in Alexandria, Virginia, so we're pretty close. Okay. But I made that drive to Annapolis, right, literally right next to the Navy, and I was like, this drive is like the same as going to DC, pretty much. Depending where you're going to DC, I mean, it was almost the same exact drive to my university. I'm still finding my way out here, figuring it all out. But I usually only go that way when I'm going back to Massachusetts. So I'm like, I haven't been doing that much driving, but I'm like, it's crazy how the whole I mean, you get why people rep DMV, how it's just all so tight, especially from Northern Virginia to sort of tip into Maryland. There's parts of Maryland for me that are closer than northern Northwest DC. You know what I'm saying? So
right. Okay.
It's cool though. Cool. How long you been out here?
I've been out Baltimore probably it'll be 5 years. About 5 years next month. So, but I moved around a lot. Quote knows that, or I'm sorry, Jay Cruz knows that.
No, we call him here. We call Pro.
It's okay. Baby. It's the Pro Quo show. Quote. It doesn't leave, which is great. It's always there.
I think when we hooked up, I was living in Louisiana. Since then, I moved to Tennessee, then Maryland, and before that, I was in Georgia, Green Bay, Wisconsin. Before that, and grew up outside Chicago. So
wow. So you may have seen what I had going behind the screens there, Jay. You might have
seen something going on.
Yeah. So I was looking at all the beats there, and I was going to say, Jay, which one is it here? So what's one of the tracks that he did for you?
I think I love it so much. He Prays is.
That's praise. That's right. All right.
He Prays.
I have so many emails in here.
Red. So his wife is the one that we may be getting on Resurrected.
Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah.
Hey, is that a Star Wars cap I can see you got on there?
It is.
I'm a huge Star Wars fan too.
Oh, likewise.
We were just talking about, what were we talking about, Pro?
We were talking a little Boba Fett, talking a little Mandalorian.
Mandalorian, yeah.
I got both my lightsabers over there. My son and I were playing with them earlier, so we're all in.
Reg, that's Yoda right there, bro.
Okay, that's what's up.
That's what he says, man. I'm not arguing. If he wants to give me that praise, that's like saying Jesus, man, to a Star Wars fan. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, yo, man,
he made me feel like Skywalker. You know what I'm saying?
Here's a quick story. You'll love this too. So when I left Tennessee and moved to Maryland, I left Procter & Gamble and moved to McCormick. And when I gave them my 2 weeks notice, they asked me, "Can you stay 3 weeks?" And I was like, "Well, I can stay 2 weeks and 4 days." And my boss was like, "What you mean 2 weeks and 4 days? Just stay 3 weeks." And I was like, "No, Star Wars comes out."
Yes, I knew you were going there. I knew you were going there.
I don't remember which episode.
Yeah, man. I had my schedule. I had my schedule set around the releases, man. I have, months ahead of time. I got plotted out for like where I'm going to be.
Yeah.
Time. I'm like that for Avengers too, but Star Wars, man, to me is just like,
right.
It's gospel, man. It's gospel. It's
right. I think it was episode 3. I mean, episode 3 was coming out. And I was like, I don't want to wait. I need to watch it Friday morning. I don't want nobody to tell me.
Yeah, no, I'm the same way. I can't have I literally have to go to places where I think there'll be like the least amount of human interaction, if not the immediate one. We got this theater right near me where it's like a little small. It's one of those nicer AMC ones, but it's real small.
Right.
It almost feels like the exclusive premiere theater for me. Like I go in there, no one's in there, like 10 at night. You know what I mean?
Yep.
It's in like one of these little pop-up community kind of things, and it just looks pretty. But I'm like, no, that's so but it only has like 50 seats in there, so for Star Wars it's real tough, But but I did get to see Star Wars in there though.
Be blessed that we got to see movies in the theater, because I'm telling you, man, they're going out of business.
Well, this is definitely driving one more nail in the coffin. But I'll tell you what, though, there's going to be a resurgence once stuff does come back, because people are dying for this show. There's going to be a resurgence in people recording in the studio. People,
and it's going to be a monopoly of these companies.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. It already is, man. Come on, it already is. Yeah. I mean, the people like what's his name there? The owner of the Mavericks, Mark Cuban. Mark Cuban. Yeah. Mark. I mean, like he owned his own line of theaters, and they flopped. He was on that Landmark ones, you know what I mean? And I was going to one of those in Cambridge all the time, and the one we had in Cambridge was a Landmark, and I didn't even know for a while they were his. And by the time I found it out, I think they were going out of business. And you're talking, a billionaire right there who can't successfully keep a chain. I mean, he was trying to run it mostly, indie films and so forth.
I think you're going to be watching virtual reality movies next. It went from IMAX to now you're going to sit there in a dope leather seat or something, but you're going to be paying like $30 a ticket.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't see why that isn't the next natural, level up. It makes a lot of sense to me. And speaking of which, sometimes you just gotta be ready for the big show. You gotta be on the big screen. We were saving this effect here for we wanted to make a little announcement that we're taking it to the prime time. So shout out to, you might have seen it on the other show, on the other piece that I had up on there. It said Hip Hop Citizens. So shout out to Hip Hop Citizens. We're gonna be broadcasting on their airwaves starting this Friday. They have a much more established following. I think, what do they got, like 60,000 people or something on their page, Jay?
They're up there, 60. It might be above 65, but they're up in the 60,000. Yeah. They're hardworking people. They take it real serious, and it's going to be a great partnership, that we can have with them. And I love that name, hiphopcitizen.com.
Absolutely. Absolutely. So we got a shout out to Don Juan, who we're going to try to have up on our show. So check us out Friday. We'll be talking more about it, and look for Hip Hop Citizens as well. It's the same place you watch us. I mean, we do this kind of organically. It's just a couple people talking, whatever, couple MCs behind the scenes, lifting the curtain, Now we were doing these, and basically we were just talking to each other all the time. And we're like, we might as well just share this live. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
We'd be, sharing rhymes, talking about what we're doing, talking about these different MC competitions or songs we were making or whatever. And so speaking of which, can I get a little run on this He Prays here, Jay? I don't know if this is just the beat, but either way, I just want to highlight him.
Yeah,
if you're on there,
way.
cool.
Either way.
Let's see what we got here.
Yeah.
You can hear that?
Ooh, yeah.
Praise.
Oh, that sounds like little Jake Cruz on there.
Be praised. Yeah. Hit your knees real quick though. Be praised. Get down.
Hit your knees real quick.
Hit your knees real quick though. Be praised. Cruz. Yeah. Hit your knees real quick. Get blessed cause I be that slick. Your mouth on pout where I see you think. EQ the words, we don't need that drink. Fight through the urge, grown man instinct. It's consequential that I lead that rank. Armor loaded with the kinks, so I feed that sink. A lot of tears, rap pain, shorty need that mint. Self over everything, I see that link. Ghost leaving footsteps, don't need no shrink. Been the pill before Phil, that's the book I print. Run the court like Phil, that's the mail I sent. Everything kept real, that's some 90s tip. No grips with the lip, Beelzebub my writ. Close my lips, say a prayer, then I do my shit.
Woo. Woo. I mean, that's the world. Yeah, so actually, Reg, we gonna have Pro
Dope, man. Dope.
jump on the verse on that.
Oh, I don't know, man. I don't know. That right there, man. That sounded real nice how it was, man. Again, like the Wheel of Fortune story. I don't want to mess it up, man.
Yeah.
That was nice
good.
though. That was nice.
Good,
as soon as that came in, you know.
What comes with that? I mean, he hit me with a beat today, and I'm like, bro.
Yeah.
It's just always, you find that one. You need that Dilla in your clique, and he's the
yeah, man. Yeah,
I already made the changes to the beat. I sent you today. I already.
So the one,
a couple more moves to it.
So the one we just heard, or to this new one?
No,
the new one I sent him.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I just might have to play that again.
That's gonna be the hook.
Be praised.
Yeah.
Hit your knees real quick. Be praised. Get down. Hit your knees real quick though. Be praised. Cruz. Yeah. Hit your knees real quick. Get blessed cause I be that slick. Your mouth on pout where I see you think. EQ the words, we don't need that drink. Fight through the urge, grown man instinct. It's consequential that I lead that rank. Armor loaded with the kinks, so I feed that sink. A lot of tears, rap pain, shorty need that mint. Self over everything, I see that link. Ghost leaving footsteps, don't need no shrink. Been the pill before Phil, that's the book I print. Run the court like Phil, that's the mail I sent. Everything kept real, that's some 90s tip. No grips with the lip, Beelzebub my writ. Close my lips, say a prayer, then I do my shit.
Damn, man. You say ghostly footprints?
Yeah, ghostly the footprints.
Nice, man.
I'm basically talking about a lot of my spiritual joints when I'm writing it, and especially in that one, it was more like, this isn't really just me. This is like my ancestors speaking through me. This is hip hop people. So it's beyond what we can see, feel, and touch. Or feel and touch, same thing, but you know what I mean.
Still got that in my head. It was
that beat though. When Reg hit me with it, I said, "What? What did you just do to me?" I wrote that in 20 minutes, my dude. That came out like floodwater. You know?
Flows poetical, words evangelical, since lyrical law applaud was shortened down to lyrical. As my material sort of borders on spiritual. Songs like Psalms, my rap book is biblical.
Hell yeah.
Yeah. Spiritual.
Hell yeah.
Feeling it.
Spiritual, man.
Nice, man. Nice. Real nice.
Have you let him hear Resurrected at all?
Oh yeah.
He's heard that already.
I don't know. The problem is with Jay. I don't know. He's got so many songs. I don't know the name.
Play Resurrected. Play Resurrected.
Is it called Resurrected? Or you want to play it on your side? You can play it on your side.
Can I do it on my side? I can't.
No, I would say. I thought Reg was going to play it on his side. I thought you were telling him.
I do have. I'm gonna hit y'all in a second with. I'm gonna call it Resurrected 2. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ooh.
I'm looking.
I don't know if you're gonna be able to hear it good. That's the only thing.
If you hit share sound when you go up to the screen, we'll be able to hear it. So when I got share and enable for everybody in here. So just look for the little box as soon as you hit share on the bottom. Look for the little box that says share sound.
Another option might be for me to if I send it to you?
Yeah, I can play it if you send it to lyrical@professorlyrical.com.
All right, hold up. Let me.
I'm gonna mute myself for a minute, y'all, while y'all do.
All right. That's usually best. Ah, no. All right. Had to go there.
You're too funny, kid. You're too funny.
I do what I can, man.
Tell me the address again.
Lyrical.
Yep.
It's the one on my face there, on my screen there. Lyrical at ProfessorLyrical.com.
Yeah. Okay.
Or I should say in the crowd.
This one's gonna be this is gonna Jay won't have heard this before. This will be something new for him too.
Oh, he hasn't? All right, cool.
Okay, I'm cool with that. I like that. Surprises.
I never know what the lag is because like we could be rhyming over it and we'd be completely off. You know what I mean? Because of that whole. So I don't have the fancy setup where exactly in real time, but it was just like last thing when I was rhyming. You probably heard me off beat, you know. But to me, it sounded like right.
Yeah, I just sent it to you, man. So.
All right, cool.
It'll be there any moment. It'll come from Genesis 7 production.
I got it already. All right, let's see. You got the official Genesis 7 logo in there too.
Yeah.
Is that it?
Oh, he's official, my dude.
Yeah. I probably should have tested it and make sure it sounds good, but we'll see.
Y'all hearing it okay?
Yeah, I hear it good.
Yeah. Every time I hit the bottom, the focus was 7 columns. Turning up the volume loud and clear, that's for my darlings. Not curious what I really feel. I watch my daughters catch they vibe, then I start to hear. Freedom in they self is how you won't follow the domineer.
Oh, sorry.
Inebriated to a drunken state with water in his fear. I pray for air, let you breathe as cap needs. I rather.
Okay. Yo.
Oh, you know what? That was the wrong version, man. I'm sorry.
I was like, hold on. It's working.
Missing, yeah, you missing the.
That's how we do, man. I said, you see how the sausage is made here on the Pro Quo Show.
Right.
Absolutely, man. This is to all you artists out there. This is how the process works when you're working with independent, not just like going to SoundClick and like clicking a beat, getting a beat.
Right.
Nah, man, this is the real work.
You see in my inbox. You know what I mean? Like.
Yeah. Hold on, I'm gonna send you the right version in a second. That was a bad mistake.
Yo, the brim of this Star Wars hat is what's doing it. Yo, check that. The brim.
Yeah.
It's all about the brim.
The brim is crazy.
You know where I got this hat? I'll give you like 20 guesses. You won't get it.
It wasn't lids.
It was not lids.
So that's not a guess because I said it wasn't lids.
I'll give you a hint. It was a very big store, and I said was. It was a very big store. And lots of people this time of year are probably not happy that it's not around. And you're gonna be wrong if you're thinking about clothes because it's not a clothes store.
Oh.
Or a hat store.
Spencer's?
That's a good guess. Nope.
I haven't been to the mall, but
I was gonna say don't be shocking my heart. Did Spencer's fade out?
I don't know. I I mean, I'm not gonna say. That.
I always feel like I felt like they died out 20 years ago, and then I went to the mall like 10, and I was like, oh, Spencer's is still here. You know?
Oh yeah, I
was like, they got fly hats though. They got fly hats in Spencer for real.
So it wasn't Spencer's, and they've been out of it, man.
Yeah, man. And they are not an official sponsor. They do exist, but they're out of business. It's kind of weird. I'll fill you in later. Somebody's guessing. We should have a little contest right now. If you can guess and you listening, you type it in. I actually was not. I was so taken with these beats. I wasn't even monitoring the social media. But if you know what it is, man, I should be like, I don't know. I should give you a record. I'll be like, you can get a Focus is Back record signed. All right. So
that's a good. I like that giveaway. I'm gonna keep guessing.
Yeah, you gotta guess. You gotta pay for shipping.
Still,
no, I'm kidding.
It's technically so they're online only, probably is what you're saying.
Could be.
Urban Outfitters.
Oh, Urban Outfitters.
She's trying to make a run for that wax.
She's trying to make a run for that wax, baby. So this is a store.
No.
That used to be open.
Used to be.
No longer open. He's got a Star Wars hat that he got from this store.
And the hint was, this will help her. The hint was, this time of year, people are going to be kind of upset it's gone. And it's not totally gone, but it's out of business.
Christmas tree shop?
Ooh, you're going to hurt a lot of people with these rumors you're throwing out there about closed stores. People are going to be like, Spencer's is closed. Christmas tree shop. Yo, they're definitely not. They're definitely not sponsors for us.
Holiday stores?
Pop-up holiday stores? No.
Disney store.
Disney store.
Disney's out of business now? You guys are killing off everyone.
Oh, see, there's a bag.
I'll tell you one company that is definitely not out of business is definitely not Disney, even shutting down them parks.
No, especially with Mandalorian.
Mandalorian is like carrying it like this.
Yeah, but he's saying a store that is basically, he didn't confirm whether it's online
Does
only
he
or not.
even know?
Of course he does.
I
He
know
started
very
making
well.
a game. He
I know
said,
very
"Does
well."
he even know?
I hear her loud and clear.
Come on now.
She sounds louder than you.
She can get loud, as we all know.
No, I mean, she sounds like she's on a mic.
She sounds
You know
like
what? Don't let me have to take my bonnet off for y'all, okay? All right?
Yeah, your braids are fresh. They're only 2 days old, man. You can come in here. And show
Hey.
the face.
It's right here.
The hint is he got a Star Wars hat there.
But yes, and it's
This
not
hat
a
is
clothes
not a
store. It's
Star
not a hat
Wars.
store.
This hat is not a Star Wars hat, and that was one of those hats we were talking about earlier that I picked up at Marshall's. What was it? What was the hat called again? McCormick and Schmidt. What's it called? What's that
Mitchell
hat?
and Ness.
Mitchell and Ness. Yeah, yeah.
McCormick is,
Hardcastle and McCormick.
yo, McCormick and Schmidt got the good spicy hats, dog. I'm telling you.
Yeah, they got the good spicy steaks. Yo.
You just shake your hat like this, and this shit. Your steak
No,
is
but
good.
my point was we got to talk about them boys too. We got to talk about those Celtics, man. That's what we really.
All right, baby. If you figure it out, you come in here at any point in time in your life and you shout it out, and you let us know. But you wrong so far. Me too.
Yeah.
Love you, baby.
Seeing as we told nobody we were going on the air, I can only imagine there's probably like 12 people looking at this. But if any of the 12 people looking at this, actually, it's actually surprisingly more. Yeah, you let the guests come, man.
Yeah. So, Reg, what's up? What's up, Reg? You got that?
I have it in a second. The computer is it tried to freeze up. I had too much stuff going on. So
That's all good.
I'm about to download it.
So let's see. Reg,
yeah.
Man, we recorded our first record before the market crash because I was at Fidelity. So it was when the market crashed, 2009, was it?
No, it's a little later than that. Because when we did the first one, it had to be like 2013 or something like that. Or
yeah, maybe
somewhere around there.
12, 13.
Yeah.
Bad Water when I was working with so many.
Yeah.
Shout out.
Yeah.
I got a shout out to Coburn Classroom. What up, Christian? Just saying what's up to some people on the YouTube side of the house.
Coburn. I think Coburn Classroom hit me up on YouTube, and I still have not had a chance to check out that video you replied with, but I promise you I will. And I appreciate you checking out.
Yeah, no doubt.
Posting that. Good people.
Absolutely.
So, how much of the stuff that we done together have you let him hear? Cool.
He's heard all the new material.
I just don't know which one's which. That's the problem.
Yeah, because I literally
So
I was hitting with
you never
15
played
different
poetry
producers
before?
worth of music. But Grown Man Music, that joint. And yeah, that was the one that I was talking about, Prodigy a little bit.
Which ones have you sent me though as emails? Because I probably have them in here. If you named them, what you're calling them.
You got Grown Man Music.
Is it called that in the email though?
Yeah, it should be.
All right, cool. I didn't see it when I looked the first time, but I'll look better.
Have you ever played poetry for him? Your old
he's never heard poetry. Oh, that's that 2015 work, right?
Yeah.
We were working on a GQ mixtape, and it just everything happens for a reason. But bottom line is we're back, and we're going to be in full motion.
Yeah, they can hear that
All right.
one.
So I see Cocaine Instrumental, Goals, AF, Brotherhood. Oh, we got to play a little bit of that Instant Brotherhood. Oh my gosh. What's the Reason? Freedom Corner, Saint Song, the other record, Final Fire, Right Way Verse.
You know what? Actually, he's right. Let's go to the old stuff. Go to my SoundCloud and look up. You should be able to type in J Cruz, aka Cocaine.
I got that on speed
poetry.
dial, man.
I'm trying to think. Did I put that on my SoundCloud though?
I'm looking at your SoundCloud here. So I didn't know you had this many joints up on here, man. It's like It's like
I got like 100. Yeah, I got like 100 right now up there. That's why I had to stop doing it because it was just too much scattered.
Angels, that's dope. So is it in a collection? Is it in the vault?
Yeah, check in the vault and see if you can find it. Look in 2015.
2015 drip, the vault, play the meters, G Cruise, making it. Oh my gosh. You just have too many songs, man.
I do.
You got a lot of material, doesn't it?
Yeah.
What were the names again?
Got poetry.
What are the names again? What are the names again? Give me some names that I'm looking for.
Poetry. Yes, you don't. That I never posted that. That's still yet to be released.
Are you spelling poetry?
Quoe
Try.
Yeah.
If you can't find it on there, you can find it on if you have like Spotify or anything like that. You can listen to it there. You can get it there either.
It's tricky for me to play that on here.
Okay. Got it. Oh yeah, you're right. I got you.
Yeah.
A little difficult.
I
love Yeah. So I was listening to Yeah the other day, man.
Yeah, that one too. Yeah,
I say yeah. Yo, that joint is hot, man. I was on my personal development rap when I was writing all that.
You know, another one we did. When I say this one, you're gonna be like, "Oh, I forgot about this too." Here goes another one. Slow down.
That's a hit. Take your time.
Yep. Take your time.
Take your time might be on there.
There was an older guy, old dude, that I was letting him hear some of my music before, and he just fell in love with Take Your Time.
Oh yeah, that's a great record.
Older cat fell in love with it, man.
Yeah.
It's just too much J. Cruz, man. That's all there is. I mean, it's just.
Let me try to be.
Yeah, I don't see it. I mean, unless it's deep in one of these lists. Let me try a new playlist. Search that way. Vault. Take the title. Cocaine. Hijack. Just for me. This is riveting listening, I'm sure, for people. We're like looking for tracks.
Okay, I sent you the corrected one, so if you get that might be giving you something to play.
Oh yeah, there you go. I can't find. It's difficult when I'm on my computer right now trying to find anything.
You know what the problem is that you got like 9 tracks on some of these vaults, and it only shows you the first 4. So I'm like, oh, okay, there's like 10 more deep in there.
Yeah. Lyrical Professor.
Yeah.
Look at your email now and see if you got another one for me.
All right. He's like, what do I call this dude with 20 names, man? Lyrical's good. Lyrical's always good. The rest is just to find me on Google. Let's see. Carryover lyrics. All right. Resurrected 2. Yep.
Now this one you will not have heard, Jay.
Okay.
It's resurrected, but I used that beat I was doing earlier, but I made some more changes to it.
Oh, okay.
Let's try it out. Let's give it a test drive.
Yep.
Let's see. The problem is that I have 2 of these windows open. Yeah, okay. Here we go. This song right here is sponsored by my wife's brownies.
Yeah.
And they're real good.
We're gonna take it to the shop real quick, though.
Yeah. Every time I hit the bottom, the focus was 7 columns. Turning up the volume loud and clear, that's for my darlings. Not curious what I really feel. I watch my daughters catch they vibe, then I start to hear. Freedom in themself is how you won't follow the domineer. Believing in your wealth, create the diamond they can never steal. Inebriated to a drunken state, with wider hemisphere. I pray for air, let you breathe as cat knees.
I can feel that.
That's about it. So I need to finish mixing it down a little better, but you get a feel for it.
Oh yeah, we get the idea. Definitely.
That's a remix right there, man.
Yeah, that's I can write to that all day. Absolutely. Yeah, those are right in the pocket, no doubt.
Yeah, man. Pro's a beast, Reg. He pops out work like me, but actually, Pro, I got to give it to you, man. You are natural. That's why they call you Professor Lyrical, because
I feel like it's show and tell right now.
It is, man. Pull. You gotta pull some of man. Pull up that work, bro.
I'll give you something.
Sneak peek them on something.
I'll give you you know, you would get me on the spiritual thing. So let me play Poet Teacher. It's 1 T. Poet Teacher with 1 T. Let's see if we can do this. I gotta shut some of this stuff down now, man. We're gonna be harassed. We're gonna be harassed. Yeah, it's starting to cause me issues here. Hold on. Screen sharing is stopped. Not good. Yeah, man. I'll get it going in 1 sec. You guys can keep on carrying on.
Yeah, so we're gonna be definitely having our work done with next year. It's gonna drop, and me and Pro gonna be doing a lot of collaborative efforts moving forward. So you're gonna be getting a bunch of work from us, man.
That's
A
what's
bunch
up.
of work.
I hear something there.
Yeah, that's me playing some more stuff in the background.
It's like I feel like the Facebook release are coming out now, but I don't know what it is. It's like, yeah, man, this is crazy. No, it's something similar that I'm dealing with here behind the red velvet. All right, I got it. All right, let's go for see if you can hear this. You hear that?
Yeah.
Let me
I am impassioned, soul it's old-fashioned, a classic, a modern-day Johann Sebastian. Beethoven flow that's hand-woven in with finer strings and you find on the violin. The Stradivarius, master artesian, on hand-blown glass, my craft is pure genius. The multivariate flow for all seasons, raps get tracked out and graphed on Cartesians. So Thelonious, James Brown and Coltrane, and proper Bostonian, old school is Soul Train. I'm paying homage to those dudes from old days, Hall of Fame status and vocals like the OJs. So harmonious, motion so melodious, musical choreography when spoken at the podium. The professor, the pastoral historian, master of ceremonies, poetical baccalaureate.
Pastor, preacher, poet, a teacher, teaching a lesson to be heard. A pastor, preacher, poet, a teacher, teaching a lesson to be heard. A pastor, preacher, poet, a teacher, teaching a lesson to be heard. That's word.
The flow so academia, hooded robing regalia. The verses flooded over, I'm so Mesopotamia. Holder of diplomas and scrolls with gold frames in them. Lower on the left hand, sign with old names in them. Poems I'm arranging them, paper is origami. Folded over into a pattern, sequential as Fibonacci. Rapping the instrumentals as lavish as Liberace. Elaborate as my bachelor pad, now that's all behind me. Now my wife, she laying beside me, gorgeous upon the sofa. Now the applauds home aroma is so Williams Sonoma. The pebble grain leather, the plaid twill with mocha. The mantle match the mother of pearl, handling poker. Senior director of investor relations with paid vacations. Punta Cana in December on Christmas with reservations. Now we so golden ratio, so Alga Horatio. Going from rags to riches, replacing what's on your radio. Able to go from amateur provost to chancellor. Shaking hands daily with substitutes and janitors. Soloist at the seminar, intellectual lecturer. Only one at the podium, known to be standing next to the mayor with one shoulder. Other rubbing with debutantes, delegates, intelligent, eating elegant restaurants. Rest of us ghetto fabulous blessings until my audience, all of my true constituents, still yearning for scholarship.
Pastor, preacher, poet, a teacher,
Still yearning for
scholarship. To be heard. A pastor, preacher, poet.
what you say?
Still yearning for scholarships.
Yeah, man. Yeah.
Yo, so many Fibonacci. I love that. Life is Fibonacci, man.
The flow so Academia, hooded robe and regalia, the verses flooded over. I'm so Mesopotamia, the holder of diplomas and scrolls with gold names in them. Lower on the left hand sign with old names in them. Poems I'm arranging in paper is origami folded over into a pattern sequential as Fibonacci. Rapping the instrumentals as lavish as Liberace, elaborate as my bachelor pad. Now that's all beside me. Now my wife, she lay beside me, gorgeous upon the sofa. Now the Lord's home aroma of a soul, William Sonoma. The pebble green leather, the plaid twill with mocha. The mantle match the mother of pearl, handle and poker. Seen the director of investor relations with pay vacations, Punta Cana in December on Christmas reservations. Now we sold golden ratio, so Algo Horatio, going from rags to riches, replacing what's on your radio, able to go from
Rag the riches, replacing what's on your radio.
Yeah, and Horatio Alger did rags to riches, so
yeah, that's
why I said, yeah, man. Sponsored by my wife's brownies, man. These are really
sponsored by the white brownies. There you go.
I brought up all the crust parts, like the ends and stuff.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's where it's really at. Yeah, man.
Pro got flow.
Man. Yeah, man. Pro quo, man.
Content.
If y'all want to hear some more, I just sent you 3 more links, and it's all stuff on my SoundCloud, but it's of me and Jay. So I just found a way for you to get to it. So
don't be giving them too much. Hold on, let's see.
Some of it's old.
You can stream it on all platforms, and you can cop. It's on Soliloquy. It's on what else?
Watch it. I want to see his face when you start playing some of it. I know he's gonna be like, "What? Forgot about that."
Yeah,
we gonna find out right now.
Probably play the most recent one first.
I'm doing 4 I Can't Be Me copyrights. What I pulled up. Is that right?
What'd you say?
The 4 I Can Be Me copyright.
That one.
219.
You can do that one, but I sent you 3. So there's one that. Let me see what it says. The last one.
So the top one up there.
Yeah, play that one.
I already downloaded. Let me see. Let me go back.
That one will make. I want to see his face when you play that one.
A few more.
I kind of know him. Yeah, a few more. I don't even want to tell him what it says on there because I don't want to give it away.
All right. Here, the problem is the way that I'm doing this through. You guys can see it there, right? But you didn't hear that. So let's try it this way.
Groupie hip hop.
Oh,
GQ. Stella in the mind, stepping in the mind, climbing up the vine, facing giants in they prime. The finest of my kind, kinda rhyming back in time, bringing forth with my grind. Doing it for life, ain't divorcing you, I'm blind. One plus another with the same sight, setting out to get the game right. So I'm a rap charm, let a rapper rhyme my own rights, never make it wrong. I went to go and get it, feeling my relations. Some hip hop booty, need to get my loot on. Y'all came to get a little, feel a great song. The way I see it, we come to get along. Jump on. Yeah. If you problematic, solve your actions, then recall the lashings that teach y'all what happens. Recognize all your repeat reactions. Cut anchors and delete distractions. Yeah, fit flames on the wick, freeze chains on your neck, make brains reconnect to the stairs that you step and the road that you pick, summarizing where you sit. Numb to your senses, Novocaine with the lip. Run through the entrance, move feet through the inches, reach the eternal, fill journals with the difference. Deaf to the fear, mute negative, you hear? The air works best when it listens, say yeah. Decorated in the riches, giving hopes to all your wishes. You divine, optimistic with your void fictitious. Exercise, ecstasy, bless my head. I say yeah, I say yeah, I say yeah, I say dope pop, dope pop, dope pop. Results make the money. I'm in the vote, brain vote from the study. Bring folks to the head like a scully, crack skulls like a bully. Smash facts at the axe now. Comprehend fully. A lost on the quake, earthquake through your.
How old is this?
2015.
This is old, man.
All right.
Real old. What would you say, Jay?
That's 2015, 100%.
Yeah, at least, yeah. Maybe older.
Coming with the raspy.
When I was really
I feeling a little boot camp in there. A little boot camp going on. A little boot camp vibe.
Yeah. Hoodie and all the whack.
Not so much this one, but the first one.
Yeah, for sure.
Fall through the cracks, kicking on new crisp 11s, inking on beats by the sevens. 16 bars left, drop the Armageddon. With due diligence, I hip-hop the citizens. Smooth sentences like bebop and evidence with the elements. The Googleplexian dropping elephants. Lyrically beyond measurements. Slide ruler for the ruler, mix deck on check like crack in the cinnamon. Commitments for your tenements. Calm in your temperament. Alarms pop for the Benjamin. Alarms pop for the Benjamin. I say what? I've arrived for the mission to revival was glisten. I stay Azalea with the piston. I rock layer stack fisting. You your own competition. With the wise cause I'm fishing. Some of them ain't seen light, so they ain't seen bright. What made me different? Not much. I stay clutch and say cuts. Cutting up anything to shape up. It makes up, I make up a new look. Just wake up to take up. The fear what you minded versus climbing in the soul that I'm relying. I dove into the shores adjacent to my private island. Y'all can jump in and make something at a time and rush in and some shit. Something that I could put to rhyming, that I could put to rhyming. So I could be me and you could be you, and I could be free, so y'all could be too, and y'all could be too, and
the far side, everybody.
Take your time.
Did y'all sample that far side right there? Right? Was that what that was?
No,
you know the sound right there on the far side? Right there. That sounded just like it. Right there.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're saying.
Right there.
First notes.
Yeah. Ah, that felt like it, right? Didn't it?
Yeah.
Like
and then I jumped into that far side kind of vibe with that too.
Yeah, man. Dope. Yeah, man. All right, we got to resurrect some of those classics, man. Bring them back for us.
It's gonna happen. It's
nice, man.
It's definitive, man. Because you know what I found out too, Reg, is I have on my Mac, I got like the raw data file. Like I want to say all of them joints.
Okay.
But either way, even if we release it as is, I still love it.
Shout out to Fee. What up, Fee?
Oh, Fee's in the building. Yo, Fee. You need to dial in, Fee.
Let's play some Fee. Let me see if I got some Fee. I know I got Fee. I don't know if I have Fee. Oh, that's Fee right there. Hold on. Let's get a little list going. This is Fee and I on Brand Name Women. Shout out to Syntax. Shout out to Ruby. This is circa day 1998. All right.
Now was that B side of
A side? This is actually you can probably see it behind me. Actually you can't. It's the one. It's that one with the blue label up there. So that was the remix for Butter Messenger. Was the B side. And the A side was Brand Name Woman. So check it out. This is a classic right here.
Mm-hmm.
Now, I just posted this recently too. This wasn't even I realized I'm like, I don't even have Brand Name Woman up here. So I recently posted this within the last year on the low. I don't think anyone even knows it's on the page. Yeah, 3 months ago I posted it. Jay found it though.
You know I did, bro.
So here we go.
What were you doing in 1998?
Old ladies thinking I'm talking about the freshest type of new Mercedes spinning with my new 680 EL SL 1200 MK2. She thinking the series growing up, but doesn't know it's just the tools of the cut to test scan, cross text, all of the original boxes. Rack mount reverb and effects, lexicon, vortex, and sonic EPS and ASRs. MPCs with SPs, the Digitech basing guitars, Yamahas. She thinks I got a bike but doesn't like my Bulls 501 series, cause now she knows it ain't a 510. She wants to steer the Pioneer, but had no idea my 53 inches before her eyes and ears. Yeah, Mackie board, 1604, create that, cut 8 tracks and makes up 24. For sure, Lord, taking no shorts on the equipment. That's why I'm always pulling all these brand name women. What?
It's the brand name. It's the brand name.
Sound like Camp Low.
It's the brand name. It's the brand name.
I heard
it's the brand name.
Shout out
escape reality. Cyber sex, stimulate, penetrate digitally. Rougher, harder, faster, these raw rhythm riders transmit STDs. Sure as SNMP, war and repeat protector. Word born, but tore the nylon and still real infected. Lovely. Junkie traits, 24 tracks laced. Baby banging more bass than rolling CR808. She penetrates eardrums like jazz, making Mackies relax and board heads react. Hey there. Japanese stripper, one zipper dress catching the eye, like Tony looking high, said her name was Akai. Oh my, so fly, like butter, skin tone tuned like a drummer. No wonder, no other Mackie penetrates her DOS, cause Fee's disc is hard drive, and there's a Microsoft. It's the brand name. It's the brand name. From the start and she left no doubt. Unrehearsed verse still knocked it on out. Only one take, technique was pretentious. Surprised her eyes, mesmerized by my 12 inches. Needles diamond cut, but she couldn't overstand. The rock was meant for 12s, not a hand. Damn, the Geminis reflected the gem in her eyes. For the record, I turned her on and made her pitch right. She had a short head on the shoulders with no strings attached. So I get all up in that girl and make the lips contact. Yo, I knew how to turn her on. I did it over my hands and people screaming ho at her, but deep down they're all fans. Never compress her or limit her when she speaks the words of wisdom. Components tightly stacked in a boom rack system. She give me feedback when the sound ain't right. Who needs a brand name woman? God, I'm rocking the mic. Come on. It's the brand name. Shout out to Jeff Rock on the scratch. It's the brand name. Walking sound. It's the brand name. It's the brand name. Syntax. It's the brand name.
So here we go.
Brand name. Throw it on the mix. Brand name. Brand name. Bob Nash. It's the brand name. Brand name.
Nice.
That's my man. This is back in the day when you had to mix it right, like on the live fly. I made a mistake here. I left the bell up, but I really liked it. I was like, I forgot to shut that bell off, and I was like, yo, that was real dope.
That was so dope.
There, right there. I was like, yo, we got to leave that. Yeah.
Bob, I'm on a tour bus and I'm rapping on
It's
stage.
crazy,
From a
man.
short
With that
bus,
golden
before
era,
your log cabin and
being able
punk.
to personally know someone that had wax melted in the golden era and the height of it is a privilege, pro. You
Yeah,
killed it with that, man. I mean, come on. And then not only that, but a messenger. Like, come on now.
Fun times, man. Fun times.
Fun times.
Yeah, shout out to my man Sound Quality there. That was the rhyme I did when him and I battled. He's been doing some damage on these little battle scenes. Shout out to Sound Quality. People were thinking like we were all hating and beefing and stuff. You know how these battles go, right? And I'm cool with my dude. You know what I'm saying? He's a dope lyricist. He's one of them people that, you know, he can get under the skin of people, but that, you know, that's how you're supposed to do in this battle arena. So shout out to.
But respect is the biggest thing at the end of the day. That's what I love. That philosophy.
Absolutely.
You gotta love your fellow warrior that you're up against. You know what I mean?
Right.
You can't be hating.
Yo, I say, you know, what's funny about that Brand Name Woman record we're playing, one of my man, their legend from Boston, Professor Schumann, he was professor before I had a professor. That was just his rap name. And Schumann was sort of like my alter ego. Well, I don't know. That's not even a good way to say it. He was our nemesis, man. They were playing that record. They were up doing an interview and they were calling us out on a radio station up on WERS. And it started this big live battle. So me, my man Fee, this other cat who used to rhyme with us, we all like ran down to the station like MCs always do, you know. We're like, yo, who's dissing us? Yo, we're gonna come in there. We battle them on the air, and then we battle them outside, and then it was like, you know, this like quasi beef, but and then like, you know, Schumann's like, you know, one of my favorite MCs in the world. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, bar none. I love this dude, Schumann. You know, he's a monster, and he's motivated me over the years, and vice versa. Just, you know, he won the Super Bowl battle one year and at the Mideast in Cambridge. Crazy skill. I think they had it at the Mideast that year. I'm not even sure. It might have been over at Avalon. But yeah, man, he's a beast. Shout out to Schumann, and shout out to
WERS. We're so sorry.
Yeah, man.
8.9 don't exist no more.
Does it exist, or is it just not playing hip hop?
You can still tune in, but yeah, the hip hop show, and I even think the reggae show. From what I understand, the last I checked, which was like years ago, but you know, it's been a while.
Yep.
You know,
that was actually.
That's why I got I had so many tapes. I used to have.
Yeah, me too, man. Before. Yeah, me too. ERS, the reggae show there on that Roots reggae show there, that was like the first show I started writing rhymes to. Like I was writing because there was no opportunity for me to always hear the station, especially later at night. You know what I'm saying? This one when I was really young, you know, and I used to like listen to that show and just sit around and like write to reggae tracks, you know, and trying to play them like on my 2-string guitar, trying to play some of the tracks. And I was just like, you know, writing all little songs. I mean, I'm talking like, you know, probably 12 years old, you know, like writing to that stuff. So
yeah, I know, Reg, you wrote too. I mean, you started off, all right?
Yeah, man. I actually I have to dig some stuff out. I had a cat, one of my boys back outside Chicago that I used to roll with. And I wrote his lyrics and made the beats, so he just did the rhyming. Yeah. So.
What do you make your stuff on? It sounds real dope, man.
I actually do it on Reason.
Okay.
I know that's a DAW a lot of people don't use for boom bap, but I use Reason, and then I use MPD, and then I got a you can probably see it. I don't know, an Axiom keyboard that I use.
Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's the best.
Just to set up with the MPD.
Yep.
That use Reason. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Absolutely.
You know what's funny about it? I think our era in particular is that we grew up writing over other people rapping or doing something. Yeah. Grabbing a hold of an instrumental was like non-existent. So I know for me,
right?
You know,
right.
What was it? Napster. You could get some stuff. Napster. But I ended up having to get the Yamaha DJX so I could start making my own beats, man.
Yeah. I was in college, I think, the first time I heard Napster, or maybe I was out of college, man. So to put it in perspective,
yeah.
So that wasn't like my childhood.
I was a freshman in high school.
Yeah, that wasn't my childhood, man. It was like I remember I think I lived in Cambridge at that point when Napster was really popping. For me, it was literally pause and tapes, man. So you know what I'm saying. So
yeah.
What do you make yours on?
I don't make beats. I record myself here. But yeah, none of that stuff is produced. Well, you know, I've always produced, you know what I'm saying, but I'm not making beats, you know.
Got it. Okay.
I would never leave the house. I always say, people are like, yo, you produce it? Like, yeah, no.
You started doing that. That's it.
I didn't even want to have a setup. I didn't even want to have a mic in my house. If it wasn't for COVID, I would not have a mic in my house.
Okay.
Literally, like, it was just not healthy for me. Yeah, it's like too many rhymes to convert. But I've been enjoying this facet of it. You know, the silver lining is definitely getting stuff done and record.
Okay. The reason I said that because a lot of times people will be like, "You make stuff in Reason," like because now everybody's like FL Studio. I did use Fruity Loops a long time ago, but you hear FL Studio, Logic, Ableton, so. When they hear Reason, they're like, "You make it now?" I'm like, "That's what I learned on," and they think it's confusing, but I'm used to it now. So to me,
once you master Reason is the best. Yeah, programming. I mean, Fruity Loops is such an easy tool, but Reason you could do so much more. Like, did you hear my day one? I know, Pro, you did. It was on the masterpiece. So I made that beat on Reason.
Okay. Yeah.
You know, I did do my sample chopping because I didn't have what is it, Reason, and then it has that other program that allows you to use.
You used to have to use Recycle, but
Recycle, yeah. So I didn't use Recycle. I would chop my samples on Logic, and then I would import the sample into Reason, and you know, I did a lot of the cross stuff, you know.
I think speaking of, I was gonna play a beat that I made with my son here. We've been using BandLab. And you can make beats on there too. It's you know, it's decent enough that you can make stuff. It's got all the instruments in there. You fly in like most of these things. But I've been recording on there, and I'm gonna play if I can get it here for y'all.
H Money is my son. So we're sitting. This is a Roddy Ricch beat, and this is literally how my song House of Lies started, because I started singing a little hook to this thing, and I was saying white lies matter, and I was like, she says those little white lies and says it doesn't matter, and then I was like, ooh. I was like, white lies don't matter. And I was like, White House and lies. And I was like, oh, let me make a double meaning song about like Black Lives Matter. And then and my whole video is literally that, you know, in the White House and all this stuff. And I was like, you know, you think I'm talking about a breakup song with a chick, and I'm breaking up with the president kind of thing. And so this is how it started. So my son was listening to this with me, and he's like, Daddy, he just came over to Mike. He tries doing like little beatboxing, and he's always singing around the house. So he's like, Daddy, I want to get on that. So I turned up my vocals real loud so you could hear the melodies. Check it out. This is my son's first creation at 7. All right, ready?
That's dope.
Let's do it.
White lies matter. Yeah. Ignore my other vocals. Pro-lyrical. And H Money on the track. Heavy hand on the track.
She says on that white lie, she saying that they don't matter. She says on that white lie, she saying that they don't matter. She says on that white lie, saying that they don't matter. She says on that white lie, she claims that they don't matter.
Money on the track.
What do you call him? H Money. I like it.
Yeah, I had to give him something. So I was like, H Money.
Yo, everything has a start, and that's beautiful. You know,
it was a lot better than my start.
You can record it, you know.
It was a lot better than those songs I was telling you I was rhyming over on the radio. It was so when you say we used to, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, hey man, ain't much change, you know. Saying just taking the track and making it work, right?
That's it.
So
what did he say how did he react when he finally heard this?
Oh, he was excited. Yeah, he was excited. In fact, today I put him on I sent my man Robbie Rowe a piece of a track. I'm not gonna play the track, but I'll play the very beginning. It's called Homework. And so he's on this track. He's so he was dying to do something. I was like, hey, you want to be on this track? And I talk about back when I was a kid. And so he says a little cameo here. Check it out. Hold on.
Yeah.
I ain't hearing it.
Let's go.
Oh, he's not there yet. You hear me, right?
Oh, I'm hearing it now. My bad.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you see now. Live, don't fear, we leaving now.
Right here to this line.
Short dick.
I know they believe it now. So I can't see the ground. Underneath my feet. Some gon' love me, some gon' hate me. And it all makes sense to me.
Yeah. Listen. As a youngin' on my stomach on the floor when I look back. Little applaud, little more than a good laugh. A little boy was ignored, and
that was it. He said, hi, Daddy. So I was like, yeah, man. I say, a little boy was ignored, little pushback. Pro barely noticed on the low, so mistook that. You know, so it's talking about me back in the day, and he's playing me. But yeah. So there you go, man. You gotta, you know, do it. Pro lyricals for the kids, man.
That's it for the kids, like Wu-Tang, right?
Absolutely, man.
Pro quote for the kids. Yo, before because I know, you know, we got days that we got to continue tomorrow.
Yeah.
But we need to chop it up for like 5 minutes about the Celtics.
No, we do. We absolutely, man. Reggie, I'm guessing you're not a Celtics fan?
I'm not. I am. I'm all Chicago everything.
I understand that.
Even when we're bad, I'm always going to be Chicago.
So if you feel the need to jump off this call, we understand, man. People fly in and out. But if you want to stay in, man, that's cool. But we just
and you know what's funny, Pro? The only hats. Well, actually, I own a Bucks hat in a Warriors hat, but the majority of my hats are Celtics and Chicago.
The majority.
Yeah,
You got Chicago.
I stand for
I'm
the
looking for my
go-to.
hats. I don't have the Chicago, man. I can't.
I got mad Chicago hats, and my favorite one is the one that's gold Chicago emblem, and it's all black because they, MJ and I got to give it up to Derrick Rose and stuff like that. You know
I'm just rocking with our sponsors, our non-official sponsors, man.
Not official.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, this is Caesar setting themselves up nice.
Hey guys, I am gonna go ahead and get off.
We understand, man. You got people that might watch this and be like, you know talking about
brother. But later on, you guys you do have to tell me later on what's up with your boy Danny Ainge.
All right. Appreciate it, man. Yo, thanks for coming through, man. Come on through on the regular, man. Anytime.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah, absolutely, man. Reg, stay blessed, brother. We'll talk. Have a happy Thanksgiving, all right?
Next time, if I know I'm on a show with a bunch of people, I actually shave and look a little cleaned up and everything.
Yeah, man. These things. Jay ain't shaved since he was 12. So.
Man. No, not 12. 7, dude.
7. All right. I knew it was somewhere around there.
All right. Thanks for having me, fellas. Nice to meet you, man.
Likewise, man. Likewise.
All right, Reg. Have a good night, brother.
Let me send out the. Let me make sure Robbie Rowland can come in the building if he's. If he's got a moment too. But
I found this. I gotta just show the picture of my little baby. You can't really see it, but I found this. It's got December 25th of 2019.
Hold it up bigger. Hold it up in the middle. Put it in the middle of the camera. No. I mean, yeah. There you go. Ah, yeah.
Look at how cute my little baby.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, I love that little picture. It's in my wallet. I was going through my wallet. I'm like, what we gonna do for sponsors? Well, we got East Derry Tire and Auto.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You gotta get your tires fixed if you're in the Derry
absolutely
area. They're good people. And then we got HMR, which is housing management. They're a good little place if you're looking for a place to,
That's important.
And of course, again, Chime. We're gonna go with the Chime. Get your Chime with the tip.
I don't know anything about that.
And it's your own money. You ain't getting there's no credit involved, but
all right,
it's a good thing to have.
Yo, check this out. Listen, seriously on the credit. Before we hop in these Celtics, I just got a credit card for the first time in like 15 years, man. I was like, you know why? Because renting cars to do shows, man, has just been too much of a pain. And when I had to do the whole car rental thing, as we were talking about before, I was like, you know what? I better call in for the credit card. So I took advantage of one of those offers that are always coming through, and I'm like, let me do this. Let me get a little credit card action, just so I can rent cars, man.
So you said for 15 years?
Yeah, 15 years, dog. Yeah, I haven't had a credit card.
So how did you maintain credit through like car loans?
I didn't.
Like
I actually didn't. I didn't. I mean, I had a few things that were like, you'd have to pay or whatever revolving. But after, I was paying, like all the regular utilities. But yeah, my credit score took a dip because of that. But we bought the house and applied for the credit card or whatever. I mean, it went right back up because the thing is, I didn't have any balances. Everything's paid.
Exactly.
Yeah, there was nothing.
And you had long-term things that were paid off to show good credit history.
Yeah. I mean, for a while, but like I said, when I was younger, it wasn't all gravy.
That first credit card, bro. When you get there,
man.
like,
I was stunned.
You get your Jordans, you get your hats, you get your shirts.
Yes.
You buy food every night, and then it's like $300 later. You're like,
buy your records that you're financing yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like those kind of things too. Yeah.
Oh, exactly.
Yeah, and you're like, I'll have money, and it's like takes 8 months for that to come back. You're like, let me re-up.
That first payment is like $300.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like, what? I thought it was gonna be 25 when I did my math.
So man. So what you been thinking about these Celts, man? What do you think about? What do you think about these moves?
Thoughts on the NBA for Tristan?
My thoughts.
And, Tristan is gonna be. I think he's a good fit. I definitely. It's gonna be interesting. It's going to be interesting. I can't say that he would have been my first choice. He didn't even come to my damn mind, really. But when you say his name and you think about what he brings to the table, he's going to be I think he's going to do good. What do you think about that? Oh, we froze.
Saying we need, he's a 6'9" big body. You know what I mean? Saying the connection's a little unstable.
I lost you for a second.
Yeah. I'm just gonna shut my camera off for a sec. You can hear me okay?
Yeah. So what were you saying about Tristan?
I mean, we need a 6'9" body who can bang, if he's willing to do the banging, if he's willing to not be, you know, he's certainly not going to be the man on this team, that's for sure. But he's the piece we're missing. But at the same time, I feel like we didn't play that piece when we had it. I mean, if you think about, you know, like we just shipped out people that basically were him. Now I think he might be an upgrade, in certain like.
So what, like Panthers? You think? Like,
yeah, I think he's very similar. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's numbers wise. I mean, he might be a little bit better on the offensive production, but that's only because Cantor wasn't playing. I mean, I get Cantor's weakness. Cantor's not a pick and roll defender, and you know he's not an outside shooter. But you know that's not really what you're looking for here either. You're looking for a little bit of bang. You know, maybe a pop-up shot here and there. But he's a rebounder and he's a wide body.
What, almost 11 boards a game, right? That's really...
Yeah, I mean, I think on the Celts, I mean, I don't think he's going to get the kind of minutes that might justify that, but you know, if he can go in, honestly, if he's 8 and 7 guy, I mean, that's probably all they need him for, you know, and a guy who play a little defense and bang up some people, you know, and not be so sweet inside, like sometimes we can be, you know, we got certain teams out there, other than Marcus Smart and maybe Jaylen Brown. Most people aren't really scrapping super hard like that. What I mean by that is you're not sure that you're going to get bodied by a lot of the Celtics. You know what I'm saying? You're not feeling.
You know, Tristan is going to lay a smack down.
That's
sure.
it. That's what I'm saying, man. So, so we do need that. And out of the people who are available, he's an upgrade over who we got rid of. But in certain respects, you know, but I had no problem with Cantor. I think Cantor was underutilized. I don't think they wanted to change the scheme for him. I think that, you know, Miami showed in the playoffs that you can run certain schemes effectively against certain teams, you know, so I have a feeling he might be a player that you'll see 3 games out of 7 games play real well. And then you'd be like, well, why didn't they use him on these other 4 games? And it just doesn't make the mix, you know?
Yeah. I mean, I think the most important thing that happened actually with us is the well-deserved contract extension max for Tatum.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
He is the future. Like I feel like at the end of the day, like when his career's, because he's still a baby, you know, when this thing goes the long term, he's gonna be like up there with Bird as far as
absolutely. I'm right there with you, bro. Right there with you.
He so deserved that.
People, when you say that word in Boston, you say Bird or whatever, people just, you know, they clutch their pearls or whatever. And it's like, yo, this is same idea with Paul Pierce. I mean, Paul Pierce like came in and really actually changed a lot of the history in terms of scoring leaders in a lot of different categories offensively. And people weren't saying that about him when he first came in. You know, no one was saying like, yo, he's the next Bird, but he was the closest thing to it.
Yeah, exactly. And it's funny because I never like when Pierce was playing, like I never thought about that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I was like,
but he's playing with Antoine. You weren't thinking that. You were just like, yeah, they're out there getting buckets.
You know, like,
it don't matter.
Dope. Like, wow, we got these dudes are great. They're doing a deal, but not like Bird comparison. But Tatum's worthy of that.
Tatum is to me. Yo, I've said it before. I said it on public posts. I said this before last year when he was balling at a high clip for a while. You could see that he has all the raw materials to be the best offensive player the Celtics have ever had, bar nobody. There's been, you know, he would like, and this is that thing, and it gets into old players versus new players. He's the most skilled offensive player the Celtics have ever had, I believe. I think more skilled than Bird. There's more things that he can actually do with the ball that Bird couldn't do.
What do you think? To me, in my opinion, his greatest asset.
I mean, he's not Bird now, but I'm just saying he has the skill. He has skills that Bird didn't have.
Come on, but his composure, his mental attitude.
Yep.
Like you can't dunk. You know that Duncan mentality, that specific, stay calm and controlled and composed at all times.
You mean Tim Duncan?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I thought you meant dunking mentality. Okay, yeah.
No, yeah. Tim Duncan, like that composure.
Yeah.
Not in a 22-year-old.
Nope.
Yeah, 21 years old coming in. I mean, the first when they made that first one.
Yeah, I mean, I grew up watching Bird. I mean, Bird was like unfathomably good, but I didn't really play basketball at that age. You know, I was just kind of watching the TV.
Yeah,
right?
my uncle loved Bird. Exactly.
Yeah, and like when I really started playing basketball, then you started really appreciating what this dude could do with a limited skill set. Now, Bird, it wasn't like Bird wasn't huge. Bird was huge. I mean, he was 6'9". You know what I'm saying? This dude was 6'9" with a wingspan. How to say it? you know, and was funny with the ball, had crazy passes, crazy rebounding ability, right? All these things that you just look at him and go, wow, but just the tenacity, man. The dude's tenacity.
And IQ, tenacity and IQ.
With arguably one of the greatest shots of all time. You know what I'm saying? Just unbelievable shooter. You put that all together, yeah, that's an amazing player. Tatum with the ball is as nice as a lot of at least two guards, if not point guards, right? He can break you down off the ball. He's got the fadeaway game. He's even got a little inside game developing. He's nice from three. The thing that he is, he's a little bit of a black hole. He's not passing that ball. Once he gets it, usually he's thinking score, which is fine for your alpha out there, whatever. But it would be nice if he had what Bird did, which was just, the willingness to search out that play. LeBron in a way, you know what I'm saying? And so exactly. As he brings that in, defense is, we're going to start seeing what really happens now when people key in on him, because he has that superstar status and the contract now to go with it. Everybody watched, everybody that was sitting at home that wasn't in the bubble was watching him like, yo, he really is the man, which we knew all year.
Think about him as much as, his threat level now goes up, because when you do that, and you're going to find out that, listen, Tatum can pass the rock.
Absolutely. He just needs to do it.
Right. And I think with the pressure on, the double teams coming, he's going to start showing that quality.
He has to. Yeah.
And that would be that's going to be the final test.
That's it.
As soon as his assists start reaching up, dude.
Yep. That's it. He has all the raw materials to do all that. Like you said, he has the ability to pass that ball. He has the ability to finish with finesse, with force. He can step back. He's nice with the ball. He has the 1-2 Harden crossover side step.
And then he is a rookie Nesmith. Hits him with the 50%.
Absolutely, yeah. He's nice, man, and he's a nice kid, and you want to root for him, and he's the kind of player you want to root for. In fact, him, Jaylen Brown, Gordon Hayward, Kemba Walker, for me, those four people and anyone you put out there at the time, they're like one of the most likable teams. Like, you want to root for all those dudes as good human beings. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I say it all the time. Ray Allen's my favorite player of all time, bar none. Most people know that very well, because he's a good human being. I honestly, I don't care. I'm not getting paid by these guys if they win or whatnot. It's entertainment first and foremost. And I've always had the mentality, well before my son was born, that I want to have players that I want to teach my son to be able to root for. You can root for Ray Allen every single night. Dude handled himself with class, respect, the way you'd want multimillionaire athletes to act, and for me, that's part of the game. A dude who will, he was an alpha dog as well. His whole career, comes to Boston, takes a little bit of a step back with the humbleness, having a dude like Garnett and Pierce's house or whatever. And the dude still handled it real classy and was like, yo, let me defer to the people, who were here. And, was scoring 17, 18, 19, as opposed to the year before he came to Celtics was his highest scoring average ever. You know what I'm saying? And so, after the bone spurs got removed,
right?
He did that, and then Seattle. But I'm saying,
Seattle, right?
Yeah, but but Ray's my favorite player for that. And the reason I'm saying all this is because Tatum has the ability to be everybody's favorite player. You know what I mean? He's always, he's thinking right, he's talking right, and you think about players like LeBron. As much as people hate on LeBron has done everything right in his life, man.
Yes. Yeah.
He's the superstar status of a Jordan and whoever, Magic, Bird, whoever you want to pick, right? Easily on the level of any of the greatest players we've ever played, Kobe's and all that kind of stuff, but has never had any blemish on his career. So how do you not root for those? I guess what I'm saying is I'd rather have a team that's likable than a team that necessarily goes to the finals every year. I mean, everybody would say, "Oh no, I'll take it going to the finals."
Chemistry is everything, man.
Absolutely.
When you're a team, There's
have you ever had a team that's good?
There's no team unless you're Iverson.
Yeah, man. Have you ever had a team that's really good and you just don't feel like watching them because you don't really root for them? You're just like, I know they're good. And I felt that way for a couple of these Celtics teams.
When I was looking at the Heat, like when Dwayne Wade was by himself, I was like loving that. But then when he came together with Bosch, James,
It's just it's just like
that was
man,
the closest thing, you know what I mean?
And that's the closest thing James has ever come to a faux pas in his career, right? Not one, not two. You know, I'm taking my time. You know, he was being coached the wrong way, and he was a little younger too. And it was like he lost himself a lot of fans.
He had mad sharks and snakes coming at you.
Absolutely.
So I mean, that too, coming out of high school is not easy. Kobe was blessed to be able to do what he did. R.I.P. Kobe, you know, but like to come out of high school and do that, and Garnett too, KG.
Yeah, but they had their issues. You know what I'm saying? They had the issues. You can't hand an 18-year-old player the keys to the car, right? And then hand them these kind of contracts that, well, now Tatum's getting, right? Actually, it's funny. That's like way more than what they were getting. But it's more than Jordan was getting in his prime. Right? When Jordan was giving away his $30 million kind of thing.
Yeah,
I mean, this is more than $30 million. It's really 165. It's really 165, and the rest is incentives. But 165, man, for 5 years. I mean, I'm okay at math, man. And
couple Wheaties covers.
Yo.
Knickers commercials.
Yo. Could you imagine getting like 33 million, as a 22-year-old, and then you got incentives,
and not let your ego take over?
Well, that would be the test, right? That's the test. Can you hand somebody, and first day he's out there doing it right? He's out there working. You see the videos of him in the gym after he gets the contract.
What did they do with them? That's what the beautiful thing about the Celtics is that Tatum earned that.
Yep. Absolutely.
It wasn't like, year one, no, year two, no. Like, you got to earn that.
And what's Jaylen Brown making, by the way? He ain't making chump change, dog. He's making the same money, yo.
Yeah, he deserves it too, though.
Absolutely. He's making a few pennies less, man.
Yo, I said this. Do you think without Brown, Tatum, I don't know if Tatum would be who he is without Brown.
I don't know, man. I think he's a next level, once in a generation kind of player. Personally, I think he's. I might be wrong when these double and triple teams come now that he's going to see pretty much regularly. I might be wrong. He may not have the whatever it takes, but I have not seen a sign.
Yeah,
this dude, he goes through a slump and he comes right back out of it. And it's like he was never. Remember some of those dog games he had where he was like 0 for 15 or whatever. Yeah. Next day he'd have like 40 points. You know what I'm saying? Like,
that's that mental strength though, because the pitfall of going down and you had a bad game and you let it carry into the next. That's that kind of stuff that just doesn't exist. And to me, it's funny. One of my unsung heroes would be Tim Duncan, because if I think my greats, I'm like Jordan right off the top.
Oh, yeah.
And then Duncan, I don't even say if I'm saying my top, but yet anytime I talk about basketball, Tim Duncan comes up in my comparisons multiple times. And it's mainly because of how well composed and focused he didn't get out of rhythm. And that's how because you don't let things get to you.
And that's in life, man. That's in life. You got to be the same way. It's so easy to be, the hothead all the time, and to be, just like I was saying before, the woe is me, why this happened to me kind of thing. And we all go through that, but it's like, if you ain't paying attention to what's right in front of you with that even keel temperament, you're going to miss something, or you're going to make a crucial mistake, or you're going to do something that you regret, And, I see it in students. I see it in kids. I see it in my own son. He'll just get so angry over something. And it's like, and then 5 seconds later, he's fine. But it's like, yo, you really could have hurt yourself right there because you were flying off crazy, all mad for a second. Just like with this explosion of it's like they have to see it somewhere. They have to be like, look, you just, did you see what you just did? And you just broke your toy or something because of this like little spaz out moment you had for a second.
And then what happens is
take a deep breath.
Hot coals, and if you don't learn how to drop the coals, you just start carrying them hot coals with you throughout your life, and then never let them go.
Yoda, man, that's Yoda right there. That was a Yoda gem right there.
That was back at you, bro. You brought it into existence.
That was a Yoda gem right there with the coals, man. J. Cole.
Yeah. J. Cole.
So how you feeling about J. Teague, man?
I've always liked him, and it's good because he's a veteran.
He feels like to me like a young veteran, like.
Yeah.
I mean, I know he's like the senior guy, but
though.
He's not like an old player. You know what I'm saying? He don't play old. He's not like some dude who's hobbled and injured. It's like
Jason Terry.
Yeah.
Kind of right. That strong, slender, strong, really tough dude. So he's not. He's gonna bring value behind Kemba, and who knows? I mean, Kemba could technically run a 2
Yeah, and T could technically be playing a lot of starting point guard. And I think he just didn't get the opportunity. I mean, look who he was sitting behind in Atlanta. So his numbers, he had, I know he had a couple, trips around the NBA with a couple changing of teams there, but that whole Atlanta situation, he wasn't going to be playing. When you look at what his minutes were before that situation and his productivity, it was great.
Double, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying it was great comparative. I mean, it was on par with everything he's always done in this career, and so it's not like this dude's a perennial all-star and it's like he's fallen from graces. He had one all-star year, I think, and the rest of his years were solid. And it was like, dude had an incredible year, got the all-star nod, got the contract that he needed, right? And then, produced. But he's not like he's not a 20 and 10 guy or anything like that. That's not who he is. But he can certainly be a dude to go out there on any given night and get you 20 if he's playing a full game. But he's a guy who's going to give you probably 30 minutes a game, give you 14 and 7, all right?
And he knows how to incorporate himself into a team and adjust as needed. So that's
on this team, he's going to get open looks too.
Oh, yeah. And I mean, look, we're going to have our team adjust. Like everybody in that team, like, you Jalen, you need him to do this. He's going to do what he's going to do. Tice, you need him to do this. All the people coming off the bench. And I think you said that the last time we were talking where, our team is great. We just need to extend the bench.
That's it.
The bench,
I still think we're not done. I still think there might be a move or two that
still
could actually happen.
Sure.
Yeah. I mean,
who do you think they're gonna? I mean, is it cap room? We got cap room after all this? I don't think so, really, right?
It's more about who you'd have to let somebody go. You'd have to create the room. Someone you'd have to be a player swap or whatever. But it all it really depends, man. If Williams turns out to be what people think he can be, you know what I mean? Then you have all kinds of ability to change the dynamic of your team. If he takes a big step forward, the Celtics are going to be in the NBA Finals. That's my feeling. If he takes it, but that's a big if he's going to take a step forward. They improved. The players they got rid of compared to the players they got back, they improved. And all their players are young. They're going to improve. They had a lot of experience last year, plus COVID experience, which matters too, potentially, depending on how that gets handled. That's improved. And these draft picks that they have, at least one, if not two, we talked about them last week, they're going to make an impact. Honestly, Taco Fall might get 10 minutes a game. You know what I'm saying? If he can actually,
Taco's going to get it. I mean, they love Taco.
Yeah, I mean, they didn't play him like they loved him, but they if he can get 10. The thing is they can put different looks out there. You know what I'm saying? To mess with people. Well, is Taco going to be the answer? Probably not. But is he going to be somebody who can come in and disrupt the team and learn to play the NBA style? Yep. Yeah, man. I think he probably can. I'm not saying he's out there banging threes.
He signed 2 year, right?
I think so. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, but
we got faith in Taco. I think he's gonna, and he's still, he put a couple pounds on that boy,
Yeah, I mean, he's not. It's not like he's whack, but he has ability, and for a dude his size, if he can learn to play, defense the right way, not just playing, block every shot, actually just block people out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly. You got to put that. He just needs a couple lbs on him.
Yep. Yeah,
he's a really he is Flacco.
I think
Taco.
I think Flacco Taco. I think he's cuando yo tengo no, let me stop. But I think that I think that the team that they have is not people, the cliche is competitive. They're beyond competitive. They're one of the elite teams in the NBA right now as currently composed. Did Philly upgrade enough that Philly makes you say, okay, Philly, like they might have trouble getting past Philly. I don't know. Is Milwaukee going to get in their way? Maybe. You got to think about Milwaukee, Philly, Miami.
You would think, man, the Greek Freak. It's like, I felt like he was going to be that guy that could take a team no matter what. Like he would make.
Yeah,
he's like right. He's teetering it.
He worries me, man. I think about it. As long as he's in the division, I'm like, yo.
He's a big problem. Once he figures it out, if he does, hopefully he does, because I would love to see. I actually like him a lot.
Yeah. I would like him a lot in a Celtic uniform. I know, I'm thinking the same thing, dog. I'm like, yo, I would love him on our team right now is what I'd feel. But I'm happy for Doc, man. Doc on Philly, man. Doc Rivers is gonna be coaching Philadelphia, man. You heard that? Yeah, man. That's crazy. So I mean, they could be getting things done.
A few days ago, right?
I saw him on an interview like last week, and I was like, "Oh, Doc, okay, Doc is right before the night before the draft, actually." And I was like, that was like when I found out. I was like, man, I wasn't even hip to that, but that's good for him, man. Steve Nash, man, Brooklyn, it's gonna be interesting too. I mean, you can't sleep on Brooklyn, man. I mean, Durant and Kyrie are both healthy. Come on now. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what? I fear the thing, and same thing with I don't know, with Klay Thompson. You heard with the Achilles, like out another season.
Yeah.
For Klay. But you know, I personally injured my Achilles, so these Achilles injuries with these guys, hopefully Durant. You know, and I was saying too. You know, what's funny is that when you think about the Koozie days and moving forward to the 90s, right? When the hell you ever heard of someone snapping their Achilles?
I know.
But what it did is that Pistons Bulls era, when working out started becoming a main focus.
Yep.
And now these athletes are doing heavy lifting and doing this sport.
Yep.
That's what created all these.
Yeah, you might have a point there. Yeah. You might have a point
calf
there.
raises and heavy squats and all these things. Like it's a good indication that the heavyweight training and not enough like ballet.
Right.
Stupid as that may sound.
No,
like,
it doesn't. I got you.
Yoga.
I got you.
Yeah.
Yo, I'm thinking like Philly, man. Like I'm thinking the thing with Philly, I'm thinking like how long can Simmons not have a jump shot and still be like one of the most lethal players, in the league, And it's like I think he's going to take a step forward with the shot. And I don't think he's going to be, I don't think it's going to be as drastic as maybe like how Rondo improved with his 3-point shot. I mean, that took time, you know what I mean? Yeah. But if he can even, just become viable, just hitting an open J and be willing to take it. And the thing is now that they got Seth Curry, dog, you can't sleep on Philly. Seth Curry is a better 3-point shooter than his brother, statistically speaking. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I root for Seth Curry, man. That dude is lethal, man. He is lethal.
Yeah, he's underrated, and it's only
absolutely. You put him on the right team. In fact, you know what? I'm gonna look up his numbers. I love Seth Curry. Every time I look at his numbers, it surprises me. I'm like, yo, for a while that dude was on the brink of not being in the league. He was playing around with the D League, and every single time I watched him, he was nice.
With Ben, Ben is.
Let's put him up here.
It's going to be interesting to see if he can just get the 3-point. The jump shot's great, and I guess you got to go there first, start there, and then work your way back. But
yeah,
the moment he can start being 35-40% from the 3-point line.
Nah, absolutely, yeah. Now look at Seth Curry's numbers, right? All right, 12.
I can't see it really. Tell me what's up.
He got you 12.4 points a game last year, right? Yeah. Now he's 29 years old. He played in 64 games. Now I want you to notice his 3-point percentage for the last 2 years. 452. He shot from 3-point land last year, and that was with 2.3 3-pointers made per game. 5 attempted on average, and this is only, it doesn't sound like much, but remember, this dude's only playing 24 minutes a game, right? So dude is hitting a 452 clip from 3, right? The year before he was shooting 450, year before a measly 42.5, and the year before 45% from 3. This dude's career 3-point percentage is 443. Now that's only in 256 games, right? 44 games, 70 games, 74 games, 64. But that's legit, yo. That's legit. Though. I mean, Gordon Hayward hadn't played that many games on the Celtics in like any season. You know what I'm saying? It was yo, look at those numbers. That's crazy. You put him on that team. I mean, you can make the argument the dude ain't gonna need to shoot. You know what I'm saying? Like this is he's gonna be wide open if he's on the floor. And
that point percentage is, it's going up that's 2-3 point percent.
Yep. Look at what this dude does. If you do his per 40 minutes, like you always see the per 40 minutes, we can look up that down lower, but I'll just keep it right here and rough it, right? Game started, 25 games, minutes per game, 24.6, right? It's 24.6, and he's getting you where was it? I think it's where was his assist? All right, so his assist, he's not really doing it with the assist, but he's not out there to pass the ball, right? But he's getting 12.4 points a game in 24 minutes, and he's launching up 5 threes while he's out there, man. He's a threat, and on this team, He's gonna have some shots.
You remember when Chris Webber came into Golden State and he was, they were like, oh, Webber's going to be amazing. And then he went to, and he did pretty good his rookie year from what I remember. And then he went to Washington.
Yeah.
And his first year it was like horrible. And then he started to get a little bit better. And then it became Kings. And it was like that right environment, like, you know, the right team.
It takes time, man. Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
You can take time.
Your niche inside of what, that team. So you're right. The Pistons, this could be a big problem.
Yo, it's like you think about how it takes time, right? Remember, every draft year we're always talking about players that we're high on. We're talking about these players on the Celtics who literally might not make the team, like in another year. But you forget like who's already on the team. Like go through these names right here. Like I'm scared to almost trade these players, right? Look at the Celtics actual team. And when you think about why is that not moving? There we go. When you think about players who they actually have in the cut, watch this. Yo, things are a little slow right there. I got too many windows open. Let me do it this way. Let me hit the stop share. Shot a couple things here. And it all makes sense to me. Yeah, my I don't want my thing to crash, but I can feel that it's starting to crash. Connection was restored. Connection was restored. All right, that's good. Yeah, it's not restored fully because things are getting slow over here. Well, we gotta wrap it up soon, but I just wanted to pull up their roster.
Pull that up and then we'll go for sure.
Yeah.
And ladies and gentlemen, we appreciate you watching, and probably you're watching this on a play button and not live, but that's okay. Thank you for coming through to the Pro Quo Show and Hip Hop Citizens this Friday. It's gonna be crazy. Shout out to hiphopcitizen.com.
Yeah, baby. Yo, my thing's
Reg
weird.
again, my man Reg, Genesis 7 Productions. Make sure if you guys want to lease some beats, go to his website, genesis7productions.com. He's a great person. And
it's great having him up.
Yeah, he's a great dude, man. It's just crazy the length of time you know someone and you're like, man, that's how quick time goes. Feels like yesterday we first met,
My thing is spooling away into oblivion over here, but yeah. So
yeah, either way.
Yeah. The faster way to do it. I got an idea here for us. Boom. Boy, that is still slow. Woo. That is still slow. I'm gonna try my other browser here. Let's go real sneaky on them. Let's go real sneaky on them.
Gotta get slick.
Still seeing behind the curtain here.
Yeah, so excuse me. I got 16 tracks that I'm gonna go through and make this damn little project. I don't know what I'm calling it yet, but
so I got the old roster up here yet, but you need to call it Deep in the Vault, man. Deep. You were deep.
Deep.
Yeah, let me throw this up here. So this is obviously not current. They don't have it as oops, wrong one. They don't have it as up to date as we'd like. But
Tristan's not on there yet, probably.
Nah, they still got Gordon Hayward on there and stuff. Anyways, but look, so what do we have? Semi Marcus, Javonte Green, Kemba Walker, Gordon Hayward. My point is this part, right? When you get down to the guards, you got Carson Edwards, you got Grant Williams, you got we still got Tice, right? We still got Tice. Tremont Waters, who I think is nice, when he plays. I'm like, this dude can play. You got Langford, who's actually going to be a chip. I mean, teams want a player like Langford, right? The dude's long. He's a long 6'4". He got some pop, and the dude can shoot. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you got Langford. Are you willing to give up on Langford? You know what I'm saying? Look at the age, 21. You know what I'm saying? What's that dude going to be like at 24?
It's going to be what happens when these. I think the test is going to be when these rookies enter in.
Carson Edwards
start playing with each other, and they're going to find out who's who and what's what.
Yep, absolutely.
Absolutely. Because that's the thing, especially with the, like you said, point guards. I mean,
no more Semi. He's gone, right?
Semi gone. Yeah, he was in that trade with Panthers, right?
Yeah. So he's gone, but I mean, I'm just saying we got a bunch of young guards, man, who could all be that next player to emerge or whatever. I mean, we can't keep all those guards. Some of them are going to have to go D-League or get in a trade. So right now, there's too many players on the team. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, they're going to be fighting, man. They're going to be fighting for that position.
Yeah, I mean, they got too many players right now. It feels like, you know, there's a odd man out kind of situation right now. I mean, just not on the team completely. They might end up doing one of these trades with 2 people for 1 and make the salary match or whatever, you know. But I don't know. I'm not like super up on what they're thinking right now.
I can't wait to see what the young boy Payne does, man. To these, I think they'll mess with the Celtics' head. I think he's going to be a big participant.
I guess the thing is just like if he's NBA defensive ready, you know, I think he can play some D. You know, just looking at all his reels and his highlights. Yeah, it's just gonna be like, can he really do it on a night-to-night basis, or is he gonna be a guy
you're gonna be able to do that on Tristan? If you can do that on Tristan, you're good.
Yeah.
If you could do that to Kemba, you're good.
Yep. You know? So I mean, you know, the Celtics is still trying to make moves. You know, so I know they're trying to make moves. It's just a matter of what they're going to do to fill it out, you know? So, anyways.
Well, Pro, happy Thanksgiving, my dude. I mean, we almost there.
Yeah, man, we are almost there. We
are all prepped.
We are ready. It's going to be the in-home Thanksgiving, but it's funny. I'm reading behind the scenes here right before we hang out. I'm still reading on this. I'm reading on the Gordon Hayward deal, and I'm just like, I know this is kind of old news, but it's not really. So I'm like this morning, right? Woj had posted Boston and Charlotte have worked on a sign trade for Gordon Hayward that would land Celtics a trade exception, but Hornets have first been trying to find a third team for Nick Batum's $27 million contract to see if there's a way to avoid waiving and stretching his money. So I'm like, okay, what's going on here now? Like, I got to be up on all the little details here. They're trying to, you know, get these sign and trades done or whatever. So
Nicholas Batum.
Yeah, but I don't know what they're trying to do though. But they're just trying to, you know, people are trying to make cap space move, man. I'm just, I posted the thing on Isaiah, man, the video on Isaiah, which was inspiring. He had the surgery, man, that just changed his hip. You know, he did this like PR video. It's on my page. You know, they put the little metal ball socket in it. You got to watch it. It's dope, man. He's another dude. It's impossible not to root for. Man, I mean, again, we're logged up at guard, but oh man, wouldn't you love to see some Isaiah? Come on,
I would
man.
love to have that spirit, that personality for sure. I mean, we talked about Teague and you know, we wish it was Isaiah instead of Teague, but we'll see. We don't know. I mean, the season's still got a little bit to go, and you know,
a little.
Who knows?
This season, man. This season's gonna be here before you blink. It's gonna be December, man. Not this Friday, but next Friday we in December, and then we're gonna be talking about the Celtics playing in like less than 3 weeks, dog. It's crazy. I mean, games, yo. I don't even know what the deal is this year. By the way, I don't even know like how they're playing the games or what
they're not announced. Yeah,
they haven't released anything. You know,
before exactly. It'll be like maybe the second week in December, the first. You know.
Y'all rookies are going to the bubble, man. You better get used to the bubble. Y'all going to a bubble.
Look, we got these big bubbles. You're going to go inside, okay? And what I want you to do is you're going to have to learn how to throw the ball. It's going to be crazy, man.
Yeah, man. All right. Well, let's be out.
All right, peace, man.
I'll see you on Friday. All right.
Again, happy Thanksgiving.
Likewise.
And, we'll talk. Peace out, people. Thank you for joining.